everyone. My name is Jordan Woods Robinson, and I am the head honcho at Book from Tape Acting Studios. And it is critical in this time for all actors to be able to not only tape themselves for auditions in their own self-tape studios, but also to be able to edit and to compress and to rename those files in order to be able to send them off for casting and for other folks to be able to look at them. And so in this tutorial, I'm actually going to go through how to use a software called Movavi, which is available on both Mac and PC. I'm on a Mac right now, but you can download this same software for your PC. And if you're looking for another video for Mac, we also have instructions on how to use iMovie, which is completely free. Movavi's fairly cheap. It's about 30 bucks, I believe, last time I checked. So we're going to go through walking through how to use Movavi, how to edit your files, how to compress them at a rate that still keeps high quality, and how to send them using this service that's in front of us right here, which is called WeTransfer. So here we go. I'm going to open up Movavi on my computer. And this is the first screen that we see. We want to click on Edit Video. There, now here we are inside Movavi. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my files in. I've already got the sample files that I want to use. I just click it and drag it and drop it right into place. I've got a scene, I've got a slate, and then I've got a full body shot. I'm just going to put all this into place. And you see if you just drag them in, they just automatically click where they need to go. Now, one thing, if you are looking for ways to keep track of your files while you're auditioning, this is one thing I like to do. After any great take, I like to put up a rock star symbol or a thumbs up or some other marker. That way, when you're going through and looking at the thumbnails later, you don't have to sift through 15 files to say, which was the one that I liked? We've just got a short little clip of just some fingers up in front of the camera, and then you know that the clip right before that is the one that you want to start with. And then when you watch it back, if you're not as happy with it, then you can start to go through and look at some of the other takes. So going back into Movavi, here we go. I'm going to click at different points, and in order to start to watch the scene, I'm just going to click on my space bar, and that starts to play it.
Something wrong.
There we go. And that's where the scene starts. So I want to make sure that I capture that moment before. So somewhere right in here, I think.
Something wrong.
Somewhere right in there, okay? I'm going to highlight this file, just click and drag over it, and then I'm going to hit Command B for Blade, okay? And you'll see it just split those clips. You can also, I'm going to undo that to show you, you can also select the file, and you can click on the scissors right here. It does the exact same thing. So you can click the scissors, or you can click Command B. I'm going to click and delete, just hitting the delete button on my keyboard, and now
Something wrong.
there we go. Okay, we're at the beginning of the scene. Now I'm also going to jump to the end of this audio here. You can see the waveforms. I'm going to jump to the end of that. I'm going to hit spacebar again
Christmas.
and let it play out until it looks like that moment has ended right about there. Okay, I'm going to highlight the file. I'm going to hit Command B. I'm going to select the excess file that I don't want, hit delete, and it's gone, okay? Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the slate. Usually it's right before, you can see she's just about to say, hi, my name is, and so I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna hit B, Command B, delete that section. Let me make sure that this is right.
Hi, Minnie.
Hi, my name is, there we go, perfect. Okay, and then we're also gonna
36
jump right to the
blood.
end. Good, and on a nice smile, Command B, and then we're going to drag through this whole full body slate. Everything looks good. There. So we've now just effectively gone through, and you can watch everything back just to make sure, watch those transitions. There we go.
Something
Looks
wrong.
good.
Hi, my name is.
Yep, there we go. And then full body. Excellent. Okay. Now, oops, stop it. Now, now that we've got everything in place where we want it to go, we're going to come down and hit this big green export button. Okay. And I'm going to double click. This is our file name. Look over here. You can export as several different things. 95% of the time, the file you want to export is an MP4. However, there are specific casting directors that want it to be an MOV. If that's the case, just come select MOV, and then it'll export as that. We're going to export as an MP4. We're going to put actress name underscore character name, oh my gosh, underscore agency. There. And then I get to browse and I get to choose where I want this to go. I'm just going to save it to my downloads right now. but put that wherever your file is. Now, here's the important part. Here's how to compress this file so that it's not a huge file when you're going to send it off, okay? You want to click on Advanced, and then you can ignore all of this stuff. It's so great. Ignore it. Only come to this one thing right here, bitrate. VBR stands for variable bitrate. If you do that, it's going to do everything it can to keep the file size low, but then that also leads to pixelation sometimes in the face, which is not what we want, right? We want it to be consistent all the way through. So we're going to click Custom, and then you're going to double click this random number that they put in there, and we're going to make that 5,000. Okay, that's going to make that 5,000 kilobytes per second. Perfect. And then you click OK. And that's it. And look, it shows you the file size. Now, when we export this, it's going to be 31.9 megabytes. Now, if this was a longer audition, if it was 4 minutes or 5 minutes, and that file size was huge, closer to like 200 megabytes, then you can come back here and double click this, make it 4,000 or so, right? And it's going to automatically make it smaller. But anything up to 1,000, or sorry, up to 100 megabytes is fairly common and standard in the industry, and you'll be okay. It's only once it starts to go over that you can start to mess around with that. Lastly, I'll say never go below about 3,000. Okay, if you go below 3,000, you're going to start to notice some differences in the quality of the tape. But 5,000, no one will be able to tell the difference. So good. So I know it's 31.9 megabytes. I've got it named. I know where it's going. I'm just going to come click Start. And now look how quickly it's going. Okay, this will be longer for longer files, but it goes pretty dang fast. Movavi's pretty efficient. Great. And then they say, hey, we've saved it. And you say, great, show me where it is. Boom, there it is. And now we're back at WeTransfer, okay? And WeTransfer is completely free. This version looks a little bit different than the version you're going to use. This is the paid version, so we get to show our own images and stuff like that. But you don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to pay for anything. You come in here and put in the email address that you want to send to, usually your agent or the casting director, whoever they put in the casting notice. You put your email address, and then you add your file. You can either come through and select it. There it is. That's what we got. Or if you already know where it is, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. If you already know where it is, all you have to do is come through and drag that file over, and it'll automatically pop up in there, right? I'm going to get rid of that. And then you come down and add one more message, actress name as character name in project. Most agents prefer for you to put this information on here because they've got so many other emails coming through during the day that they might forget what your specific project is. So just include that. There we go. Everything's all set. Now we click transfer. And the nice thing about WeTransfer is on top of it being free, it also sends you a confirmation email that it went through, and it sends you a confirmation email that the file was downloaded by your recipients. And so it's on top of it being free, it's also just very valuable for you to have control. So using this whole service, we've just gone through, we've taken your original file, we've cut out the beginning and the ends of the audition, the beginning and the ends of the slate, made everything consistent, tied it all together, taken full control there, and then we've compressed it down to 5 megabytes per second and allowed it to be a smaller file size. We've renamed it, and we've sent it off using WeTransfer, and boom, there are our emails saying your files were sent successfully to jordan@bookfromtape.com, and I will also receive an email when those files are downloaded. So that's it. Using Movavi or iMovie if you want to check out that other video, but Movavi works on Mac and PC, and so it's an excellent tool. Whenever possible, I recommend not using phone apps in order to edit or try to do this. They are limited. It can just be a little bit more frustrating sometimes. Whenever you can, get those files over to your computer, edit it there, and send it off from there. Everything is more consistent and easier. If you have any questions, please head over to bookfromtape.com. You can email me there, you can reach out, you can ask more questions. Otherwise, I hope this video was helpful in getting you set up to edit and compress and to send those files consistently and easily. Thanks.